Hey guys, it's your girl Yem, and I'm coming to you live from the spot. Welcome to Yem's World. Today we are continuing our series of rest. Yes, and so far I have spoken about physical rest, I've spoken about mental rest, but today I'm going to talk about spiritual rest. Now here, let me just give you the crux of this video right now. Jesus is our rest. Spoiler alert, Jesus is our rest. Now, let me unpack that a little bit more. The Bible says in Matthew 11 verse 28, it says, come unto me, all ye who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So we've been talking about the physical rest, which is very important. We've been talking even about the mental rest, which is important too. But Jesus actually offers true rest. That is real, true rest. He says that in his word. Come to me for rest. Everybody who's looking for rest, who's overburdened, who's heavy laden, I am your rest. And that is so freeing to know that Jesus Christ is our rest. Now, if you know me, if you have followed my videos at all for any length of time, you know that I love to read things in context. If we back up a few verses, I'm just going to paraphrase. He says, thank you, because this thing was hidden from the wise, but it was revealed to the children. Hidden from the wise, but revealed to the children. Now, when I first read that, I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? What does that have to do with rest? Which comes up in the next couple verses. But as I thought about it, have you ever considered a young child who is, after you finally get through the whole fighting rest, and they finally go to sleep and, they rest. You know that they rest. Like, they fully rest. They're not carrying the burdens of the world on their shoulder. They are not worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. They are not concerned about anything because they are resting. And I think that Jesus, if we think about that, why are they so at peace? Why are they so at rest? Because they know whatever issues that are going to happen, their parents are going to sort it out. Like, it's not something that they have to worry about. But we as adults, suddenly, I don't know how, we suddenly begin to carry all of these burdens. We begin to pick up all of these things, and then rest becomes a difficult thing. The wise, right? We are the adults. We're the wise ones, but then we don't rest. You know why? Because we're not giving all of those burdens, all of those things to our Father, to our parent, who can handle any and everything. And that is the mystery. That's the mystery. So we are to come to Jesus like children do and just enjoy the fullness of God's rest. In this passage, Jesus is saying, I am your rest. I am your rest. Come to me. I am your rest. I am your rest from the physical labor. Because I'm your strength, because I'm the one who strengthens you to do the work that you do, the physical work that you do. That's me. I'm the one giving you the strength to do that. He's saying, I am your rest from the law, the Mosaic law. At that time it was the Mosaic law, from the laws and the traditions and the religiosity and the religiousness of the day. I am your rest from all of those customs and things that you have to follow so strictly, but you don't actually follow because you can't, because you don't have the strength. He said, I am your rest from that. He's saying, I am your rest from sin. Those sins that so easily beset us and then become a weight and become a burden in our hearts. And they fill us with guilt and shame and feelings of inadequacy.
Listen. Don't talk about feelings of inadequacy. I know one or two things about that.
He's saying, I am your rest from all of that. Come to me. He said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Spiritual rest means that we don't have to wait for the Sabbath to rest. We can go to Jesus at any time. We can go to him on Monday at 8 a.m., on Friday at 9 p.m., on Sunday, which is our family's day of rest. We can experience God's rest at any time. He says, come to me, I am your rest. In my last video about mental rest, I talked about how I pretty much did just that. I went to Jesus because, listen, there was too many things going on in my mind, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't rest.
And I'm like, listen, this is not going to work. Not going to work at all.
And so I wrote down the list, and then I presented it to Jesus. I said, listen, you said I should come to you. I'm coming to you. Coming to you. Give me rest. And let me be honest with you. I don't know if I think I doubted, or maybe I was wondering, I'm like, will he truly give me rest? And I was amazed that literally like 2 minutes later, he gave me a rest of mind. Literally, like the burden had fallen off of my shoulder. He said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I now carried the comfort and the calm that Jesus Christ gives to every one of his children. That is spiritual rest. Now, allowing Jesus Christ to be our rest.
Now that requires trust. Let's be real.
Proverbs 3 verse 5, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. See, a lot of times the reason why we don't rest is because we're leaning on our own understanding. We feel like, okay, I can't rest because I have this and this and this to do. And it's not, if I don't do it now, it's not going to get done. But that's because we don't trust him. And I like how one of the devotionals that I was studying on rest, it said, look, either you trust him or you don't, period. Either you trust the Lord or you don't. So do you trust that you can be at rest and the Lord will still work everything out for your good? Do you trust him and believe that he can do that for you? Are you refusing to lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways, acknowledge him. Acknowledge that he can give you the fullness of rest. So that's my encouragement for you today. Run to Jesus. He said, come to me. Come to Jesus full speed ahead. He is more than able to give you rest. Real rest. Not just the physical, not just the mental. The fullness of spiritual rest where we can be at rest. We can live a life of rest. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in my next video. So until next time, guys, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section, and share the video if it's a blessing. Bye.